This is going to be a very interesting episode of the One Way Out podcast. Thanks for joining us. Paul, what are we doing tonight?
We are doing our top 5 droids from least favorite to favorite. And we thought it'd be fun to do a bunch of segments on stuff like this. So I'm pretty excited.
Yeah.
It's been in the works for a while, but Angel gets sick often, I guess.
Yeah. Glad to be back off of my deathbed. I ended up getting basically what was like the flu and had the worst like chills, convulsions of my life in a hot shower and felt awful and fatigued and down, and then finally felt like I was getting better and then crashed back down with a head chest cold. So if I do cough during this episode, I do apologize. Again, a tickly throat, but on the mend.
It's all good.
On meds.
I'm sure everybody will be okay.
Well, like I said,
survive.
I heard nobody was getting sick, and then now that
everyone's sick.
Now that I'm near
Everyone's
the
sick.
end of my sickness, I hear that everyone's getting sick. So, according to Greg, I'm patient 0. But I said that I was at the Philadelphia Zoo. So, no, the monkeys were patient 0.
Oh my God. The monkeys. It's always the monkeys' fault.
It's going to be 28 angels later.
Yeah.
Okay.
One thing I do want to mention is I know people have asked about our opinions on the Mandalorian Grogu. Greg did not see it yet, so we're not going to try to talk about Mandalorian Grogu at all
Just yet.
We'll get to it at a later date.
Greg said he is going to try to potentially go tonight.
We'll see.
He ain't going tonight. I would say there's 0% chance Greg goes tonight. Especially how long are we even going to be here doing this?
Mm-hmm.
Who knows?
What theater are you getting to at 2 a.m?
You're right. I'm probably not going. I mean, let's just call it what it is.
Maybe next time you request off work like a normal person.
I'm still figuring out this whole new job thing.
All right, fair enough.
Well, Greg, if you do go, I'll do you the honor of joining you. I'll go see it. I'll go see it for a second time today.
Oh yeah.
Today. Oh my God. Now we feel like we have to find a theater. How far away is it going to be one that's open that late?
He said there's a 10:15 showing at Penn Cinema.
There is.
Yeah, but that only gives us enough for like 2 episodes.
I mean, if we make them 15-minute episodes.
I feel like these top 5 episodes are going to go a little longer than we think.
I think we always have a tendency to argue about things a lot longer than, and I mean argue in a good way.
I know it's one thing, I know Angel's brought up multiple times, especially when we did the Maul episodes for Shadow Lord. Like, seeing everyone's perspective on what things meant and stuff was just awesome to discuss it, because you don't, in the moment, you don't think of those things, and who knows if that's what they're, the crew was going for that wanted you to think, but that's what's awesome about Star Wars, because everyone kind of views Star Wars differently, and I love that about it. So
yeah, all right. Well, you guys want to get into this?
Yeah, let's pop into your 5th favorite droid.
Okay, this is really vague, but extremely specific.
So before we get into it, how did you guys go about actually building your list? Like, are you just going off of like, I like this is iconic,
Well,
or
there's everybody. So for me, not to cut you off, but for me, there's a different reason why each one of them is on my list.
okay,
And they're in universe, out of universe. I'm just a giant kid. Take your pick. There's a bazillion different reasons, but there's no consistency to that logic in my list.
For me, some of it was like, I don't know if it's a proper term to use, but like a sentimental value. Like some of the because of my children and stuff like that. So some of the, I felt like there was a character or two that had to be on my 5 list because of like the impact it had on my children when they were really young, seeing the sequel trilogy and stuff like that. I felt like they deserved to be on the list because of helped bring my kids into enjoying something that I love. So
I'm glad that we're all kind of approaching like, because this isn't just what are the top 5 droids in Star Wars. That's not what this is. This is what do we think are the 5 droids in our opinions, like that give us like, I don't know, maybe like the most excitement towards Star Wars, or just like the most uniqueness towards Star Wars. There's so many different ways to approach it. So this is just our top 5. It's not necessarily the quintessential top 5 droids that have ever been out there, the ones that have been in the canon the most or anything, or the most influential. It's just what do we think are the top 5 droids.
yeah, and it's like I said, we're going to do this with other things as well. We're excited to do, and it was, the list was tough. Doing 5 was tough.
Mm-hmm.
It really was
I
tough.
think we should keep it to 5 because I really feel like it should stay tough.
Yeah, it was tough only because I bet you I had another 10 droids that I could have easily put on that top 5 list.
But we want to make this hard.
Yeah, no,
you know.
And if we did 10, I mean, it'd be a 4-hour episode, I think, after we're discussing each one.
Jesus,
So.
we could probably make this a 3-hour episode.
It was funny on the way here. I was still even debating. I was like, man, like did I make the right choice? Like, or because obviously like my top like 3 are probably solid, but I feel like I could have put 100 different things in those like 4 or 5 spots. So I tried to really approach it like, okay, if I saw these characters more, if they had more development, blah 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 blah, like who do I want to see?
Yeah, and no matter what, we did discuss like our lists will not change. Like even if like someone says a character we forgot about or whatever, I'm not going to put them in my list later.
Yeah, that's against the rules. Not allowed to change.
Yeah, we're not going to change our characters. So.
No cheating.
And we do not know each other's characters at all now.
Don't know.
It was actually very difficult not to talk to everybody about that.
You know, that's the craziest thing. This is the craziest thing with doing this channel now. For all 31 of you that follow, it sucks now because like people like me and Angel or me and Greg would talk Star Wars so often, and now we don't because we want to save it for on here.
Yeah, I can't tell you how many times I've looked at you and I've been like, let's save it for the video. Let's just hold that one.
The first day you were here, you said it like 20 times.
Yeah, let's just hold that thought.
So, but let's get into it, Greg. Let's hear your number 5.
Okay, are you ready for this? Are you ready for this?
I'm ready for it.
Okay. That one battle droid that questions Qui-Gon when they're leaving Naboo with Padme.
You talk about in the hangar?
Mm-hmm.
You're
taking them where? Oh, you're under arrest.
So it's the generic. I shouldn't say generic. So it's a original. Are those Ohm series battle droids?
Yeah.
Like the B1s.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. But this is still when they're part of like a central computer. So he's being controlled by the droid ship and.
But yet
Coruscant, that doesn't compute.
You're under arrest.
All right, so, and the reason why I picked him specifically out of all of
You're right, I would have never guessed that.
Well, because when the Phantom Menace first drops, what is it? What year?
99.
99. I'm sitting there in the theater, and I'm like, they're just mindless robots. Like the whole, lead up to that is just mindless robots. They get, rolled out of the assembly line to take over the planet. And you do see a little bit of personality from a couple of the ones, up on the ship and everything. But when that one just throws that level of sarcasm into the mix, you're like, are they just assembly line robots?
It's actually a really good way to put it. Like, is that the first B1 droid that you see show character?
It's the first one that jumps out at me.
Because, like you said, like up on the ship, like I think the one's just like, go check it out, Corporal.
Yeah, I don't even know.
Roger.
I don't even know if
they're very.
Oh no, we do. I was gonna say I don't even know if before that. No, before that, I don't even know if any of them talk. I think that might be the first time they talk in the movie. Is it that?
No, they talk. Like they talk up on the Nemoidian blockade ship. They talk up there.
Okay.
Yeah, but they're very.
Oh yeah, they do the Roger at the door when they're going after Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon.
Yeah, that's the quote that I just said. Like, go check it out, Corporal. Yeah. When they're in the dioxis gas.
They're very structured and metered and robotic.
Yeah, they feel like a droid army.
But
like you said, in that moment, it's like they had. Yeah, that's a really fair point. I didn't even think about that.
It's kind of a turning point. I mean, it's very kind of early on in the trilogy, obviously, but it's to me that's that turning point of now we're gonna have because if you think about it, it's like clones have a personality. They all have a different personality. They're humans, and it seems really weird to just be crushing tin cans, but you give them a little bit of personality.
Yeah, it opened the door.
And now all of a sudden there's a little bit, a little bit more to the war.
It helped George Lucas be as violent as he wanted because they weren't real.
Well, yeah, that's also
slaughter the battle droids.
Animated foot soldiers, anybody?
Yeah.
So obviously that was not on either of our lists, which is why we talked about it. We said
also part of the reason why I picked him.
Yeah, so we said that the way we're going to do this is that if we have somebody in that same ranked position, that we're going to also share our who it is, so that way we can kind of talk about it together. So obviously that was not on mine and Paul's list. I don't think that would have been on many people's list, but that's actually that's actually not a bad shout in terms of like overall, like you said, it opens up the door for the B1s and just the droids in general to have some personality apart from like who like at that point like C3PO
It sets the
or like,
precedent.
the astromech.
Yeah.
Like R2D2.
Battle droids are fun. They're super fun characters.
I mean, we printed
A
one.
lot better than super battle droids.
Yeah.
So do you like, because in Phantom Menace, the battle droid, I think maybe even in Attack of the Clones, because when did Clone Wars come out, after Revenge of the Sith or before Revenge of the Sith?
After.
Okay. Do you like the voice change that the B1s went through? Because they went from having a deeper voice in like the live action films, like episodes 1, 2, and 3, and then in Clone Wars they have the much like a higher pitched, squeakier B1 voice. Do you have a preference?
No, but I did notice. Actually today, Logan and I were watching Clone Wars, and it's like a lot of them are like, oh, like a lot of their voices are more like that. So, except Logan got his first experience with, and I'm hopefully they're not on anyone's list, but the Commando battle droids, which are a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm. Are they BX Commando battle droids?
You would know more than I would know.
It's RX or BX. I think it's BX Commando droids.
Prescription battle droids. Yes, prescribe me more battle droids. So yeah, okay.
So who's your number 5, Paul?
My number 5 is a character that you, like I said, you two might not even know this character, but DJ Rex. All right,
I know him now.
You know who DJ Rex is?
Yeah.
Oh, because we talked about him.
Yeah.
In one of our other episodes.
Yeah.
Angel wasn't here for that one.
The one that dropped this morning.
Oh, okay.
DJ Rex.
DJ Rex. So he was the character originally that was on the Star Tours ride at Disney World. He was like the main droid character on the ride.
Okay.
And he was just a fun character that talked and stuff as you like went through the ride, and he was on the ride itself. And then they rebranded the ride and took his character out of the ride. But then when they opened Galaxy's Edge, they brought him back as the DJ in Oga's Cantina in Galaxy's Edge. And it just, for me, being someone who's like such a fan of Disney World and going to Galaxy's Edge and stuff often and enjoying that, like it just, for me, it's because of my love for Galaxy's Edge and the Disney Star Wars stuff, like Star Tours and stuff like that, that I always look forward to going in and seeing that character when I go every time. So that's why I put that character in for my list.
That's a shame. That's one thing that like I haven't had the opportunity to experience is like the Galaxy's Edge and like Star Tours and stuff like that. So that's cool because like you said, like that's like something that's like you vividly remember, and it's something that brings you joy every single time you go there. And it's unique specifically to there. Yeah,
like I said, I was actually when they took him out of Star Tours, I was like, oh man, they took that character. Why'd they take that character out of the ride? That character was so much fun. But then when they brought him back, I was like, oh, that's awesome that they at least like enough of the fans probably mentioned how they were like upset that they removed him from Star Tours and they put him in Galaxy's Edge. So I thought that was pretty awesome.
Yeah, right. they repurposed him. He's a repurposed droid.
Yeah. Yeah, he's repurposed.
That makes me think of the Mandalorian. Actually, it's a Mandalorian episode where they go to, was it like Plazar 15 or whatever? That's where like Jack Black and but like they repurpose all those droids and they go to what's the droid bar? What's the droid bar?
I know what you're talking about. I don't know what it's called.
Oh, it has a real quirky name, but I like it.
Yeah. Where they're all drinking like oil and stuff.
Yeah, but it's a specific type of oil. It's like the oil even has a name. It's like
empanadas.
No,
empanadas.
Nepathy, Nepethe or something.
Yeah, I don't know. I do remember that is a cool.
But it makes me think of that when you mention that, like they repurposed them. Like the droids want to have a purpose. The droids want to serve you, so they took them out of the ride and they stuck them in the cantina.
Yeah. No, that's cool. It was cool. So
the Penthe.
I'm going to point out that's a particularly horrible Google. I'm trying to look this stuff up so we can.
I'm saying that the droid drink is Nepenthe.
That's actually, the more you say that, the more I'm like, I remember Pedro Pascal's voice saying that.
And I'm going to say the droid bar, let's see. Oh, it's something real like
corny.
Like corny for droids. It's
if I open a droid bar, I'm going to call it Droidicas.
it's not a bad name. Well, regardless, I mean,
Yeah.
it's
Okay, well, I can't find it. I suck at
It's okay.
Googling.
We'll find it later. Someone will tell. One day when we have like 200 subscribers, someone will go back and watch
5
this video
years
and be
from
like,
now.
"You guys suck."
here. You got me on it. It'll take me
Oh,
two.
no.
It'll take me 2 seconds. Lazier 15 droid bar. The resistor. That's what it is. The resistor. So there you go.
All right, yeah. So
If anybody guessed it beforehand, good job.
Yeah.
You know your Star Wars.
all right, Angel. So
right,
obviously your 5 wasn't either of our 5. So
Correct. And this potentially is someone that you guys know. If not, I'll explain who he is. And the way I picked this droid in particular, not for... Because he ended up being around a decent bit. This is going to be an animated character primarily. He was around in the Clone Wars. He was around in the Bad Batch. Don't know if he was around otherwise, but he was a character that I enjoyed. He played alongside another character I thoroughly enjoyed, but it's a character that if I think I saw more of, I would like more and more. So the character is Toto 360.
okay.
Toto 360 ringing any bells?
Is he the one that Seth Green voices?
He is the techno service droid of Cad Bane. Yes.
Yeah, he's the one that Seth Green voices.
So you first see him, I believe it's in the Jedi Temple heist for the Holocron in Clone Wars, and he almost is kind of like when you first see him, he's kind of just like Cad Bane's like dumb assistance droid, and like Cad Bane kind of just bullies him around, and he ends up getting destroyed in that episode. But it's learned that he later gets like rebuilt by Cad Bane. And gets like, 'cause that's why he comes back. Like you think that he's destroyed at that point, but then you see him again down the line. But I just like his personality. He's almost like he'll do anything for Cad Bane, but like Cad Bane is just a jerk to him. Like he just bullies him.
Well, if I recall correctly, he does like always question what Cad Bane tells him to do. Like he like questions it, and Cad Bane like I think gets kind of irritated really fast that like.
But it's so funny because Cad Bane's such a like he's so direct, he's so intentional, but he has this droid that doesn't match his
The complete
personality.
opposite.
Yeah, like he's easily like manipulated, like because it's Omega ends up like manipulating him, like when she's a prisoner in Cad Bane's ship.
Yeah.
Like she's able to basically be like, hey, like come here, let me help you out. Like, oh, your master's like really mean to you. I'll be nice to you.
And they didn't bring that character into live action with the Book of Boba Fett, right? It was just
Toto 360.
Yeah.
No, he's not around at that point. I don't know if he's still, if he's even still like a thing at that point, or if he was destroyed again. Who knows? But like I said, it was just a character that I enjoyed the time that he was on screen. I liked his interactions. Like he tries to be that evil character, like with Bane, because that's what Bane tries to make him, but he always has like a good heart.
Yeah.
So he's just an interesting droid. Like I said, I like that he's voiced by Seth Green. It's another chance for him to be in Star Wars.
Yeah.
So like I said, it just a unique one that I thought if I seen if he would be in Star Wars more, like if his character would be more present, it's a character that I would continue to enjoy.
Yeah. No, I enjoy that character as well. I just like I said, we all had a one on our number 5 that no one else had.
I mean, that's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, if that sets the tone for the episode.
But this was the thing about like trying to pick these top 5. Like I feel like there are certain ones, and like I said, we were talking about this off air, like where I think we're gonna have some similar ones potentially near the top of the list. But like these, like who's coming in at 4 and 5, and what are the reasonings why, is what's gonna specifically make this pretty unique.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
All right, Greg, let's go to your number 4.
So sitting hot at number 4 is one that I think you guys are going to have on your list, but I have a sneaky feeling you're probably going to have him a little higher than me.
Okay.
El Chopper.
So
I mean, he's definitely on my list.
I do not have Chopper at 4, but Chopper is
on.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you don't have him on your list.
no.
Yeah, I would have bet I would have bet everything I owned that Chopper is on Angel's list, just like I bet everything I owned that Spybot is on your list.
I mean,
So explain why Chopper, and obviously I'm pretty.
Well,
lost,
yeah,
but
we're gonna talk about Chopper now. So when he comes back to our list, we don't have to go into crazy detail about him. We'll just talk about some more.
For me, I enjoyed the hell out of Chopper, and my top 4 is almost arbitrary.
Yeah.
With a little bit of, a little bit of reasoning. I enjoyed Rebels. I have to admit, I only probably watched the series 4 or 5 times. Where a lot of the
how dare you? Only 4 or 5 times.
Yeah, what kind of Star Wars fan? You suck, bro.
just kick me off the show.
We're gonna clone you for someone that makes more sense.
Yeah, but yeah, no. So he's awesome. Every time he's on screen, I'm glued to him, and this is a top list, so there's really nothing bad about any of the droids that are on this list for me. Right?
Yeah.
It's one of those things where it's like the mother who loves all their children but secretly gives candy to the other one. But he's fun. He does cool things. He's definitely got that attitude, and he gets stuff done. I mean, he's a great droid. He's a little self-centered at times. He tells people how it is, and frankly, I think he's great. And I had a difficult time putting the other three above him. But again, as we get to the other three on my list, you'll kind of hopefully see why.
Yeah.
You want to lean into C110P there, Paul?
One thing we were talking about with Chop was as far as droid personalities go, he has like one of the, without actually speaking, that we can understand him. It's like, yeah, it's very obvious what he's always saying without him saying anything. Like, yes. It's almost like he's swearing at people constantly.
I'm pretty sure he was.
Yeah, Chopper was just once again, and we talked about this, I think, in other episodes, Star Wars does a hell of a job every time creating another lovable droid character. Mm-hmm. And it's like, for me, it's like, are you going to run out of ideas? And they just never do.
Yeah.
They just keep, like, even... we'll wait because I know we're going to talk about it, but even just mentioned Spybot a little bit, but like they keep creating these new, not just new droids, but new kinds of droids that are lovable characters. But I mean, Chopper was, in my opinion, one of the unsung heroes of Rebels. I mean, without him, they would have been dead multiple times. He's also, found information out for him that no one, like, he was just a great...
He is a rebel.
And he looks...
To the bone.
His look is cool. Like, I love how they went with, like, the classic, like, astromech kind of style, but made him a midget. They shrunk him. They made him a little...
Hey, he's going to have some words to say with you about that, by the way.
But
well, you call it a midget as he
and I love that he flies, but like his fly port is like in the middle of his body, so it always shows those cool scenes. Like even with like the time where Ezra had the jetpack and they're flying together, like it was like, it's just, Chopper's just such a cool character. And I mean, Rebels, like I said, we're gonna definitely do an episode on Rebels here soon because we talk so much about Rebels and
an episode on Rebels.
Yeah.
Oh, I think Angel wants multiple episodes on.
Yeah. No, I mean, I know we could. I mean, we could easily break Rebels down into a season and talk about the seasons and have a lot of fun stuff. I mean, that's especially after season 1.
Heck of a lot of content if we want to just start at episode 1 of Clone Wars.
Oh my God!
Just do it Maul style.
Yeah. But
one of my favorite things about Chopper is that he is freaking voiced by Dave Filoni.
Yeah.
Like, just talk about paying your tributes. Like, the fact that not only is he one of the most beloved characters with one of the most, like, he has such attitude and stuff, but, like, being voiced by Dave himself is just...
Yeah.
It really brings back his character, like, okay, like, this means a lot to Dave Filoni himself. Like, this character is really important. Have you ever looked at Chopper's, like, which one are his eyes? Because he has 3.
I don't know.
I'm trying to figure this out. And I'm like, because at one point he does, when he sees, and ironically you said it in that meme, but when he sees his leg on that one, like, fuel port planet, but he, like, does that, like, thing with his claws, and I'm like, are those, like, 2 over here his eyes? Like,
I mean, the main question is here: do these like astromech style droids even have eyes? I mean, you see R2 walking around with his thing pointing the other way. It's like, are they just sensors, or do they actually have? Or is it actually an eye?
Well, like I said, Chopper uses his little
cleans them off.
His arms that he likes to flex all the time. He does, like, the, like, focusing his lens.
For all we know, when R2 is doing that, he is ogling some other droid. You know?
Yeah. No. Chopper, I knew Chopper, honestly. I would have bet good money he would be on everyone's list.
He's a rebel hero.
Yeah, the character's a lot of fun, and and I'm super excited to see more of the live action version of Chopper as well.
I say even like his like little bit of live action appearance in like Ahsoka.
Yeah,
Loved it.
Yeah.
I love like when they're chasing. Is it on Corellia when they're trying to take down that a hyperdrive thing that like it's Merrick and I think Merrick and Shin.
I don't know.
maybe, over
I mean,
there.
I don't know. I mean,
But like
if it's Crowley or
it's
not.
Hera and Chopper flying out on the Phantom, and they just capture like his like personality, like him, like Hera's relationship, because like he's trying to find like the tracking device, and he's digging through, and he's like, "Did you touch my stuff?" And she's like, "No, I didn't touch your stuff." He's like try, and he takes it and throws it behind him, takes another thing, throws it behind him. It's just like his character is just so much personality. I love that he messes with Ezra and Zeb so much. Like they are like a bunch of brothers.
Yeah.
And they're relentless with each other.
Yeah, for sure.
As it should be.
All right,
And
so
Hare's always there to chop, get in line.
Yep.
yeah, for sure.
So who you got it for?
All right, 4 for me. I have BB-8,
BB-8.
and the reason I just the BB-8 stuff. Other than that, like originally, like R2-D2 was supposed to be like this rolling droid like this, and they like struggled so hard in the original Star Wars to get a droid to do that, and then it got scrapped, and then eventually it became BB-8 became that. And
I didn't know that about R2. I didn't realize he was supposed to be like a rolling trolley guy.
yeah, I'm pretty sure in like the early concept and stuff, they wanted it to be like a rolling thing. Or maybe I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure I'm right though. But the another thing with BB-8 for me is Logan, especially Logan, my son. He loved BB-8. He loved BB-8, and we actually. He'll hate me for it. I'm going to try to find a picture we can show on the channel. We'll find out if Logan ever watches this, because I won't tell him about it. But he has this like BB-8 costume where it's like this cute little ball thing. You wear this little like hat on it, and I think we made him wear it at Disney, and like it's super cute. But no, he was really really into BB-8, and I believe that attached him to Star Wars. Honestly, like of course I think my son would always have like watched it for me, but to have him actually like Logan watches Star Wars
Constantly
all the time. Like he's now that he's finally getting into the animated stuff. I think he's in for his world is going to even be watching it more, because
there's just so much more to watch.
if he's not playing VR or on the computer right now, he is watching Clone Wars as we speak. I guarantee it. So
Nice.
I do just want to say it is hilarious that you said you were watching Clone Wars today, and that I was also watching Clone Wars today. We'll just show you an episode so you can say you're watching Clone Wars today too.
Okay.
yeah. Well, Greg was at work while we were watching Clone Wars. So
Yeah.
that was the big difference. But that, like I said, that's the main thing.
I would have been at the Mandalorian with Angel though, if I had not been at work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that was with BB-8. Like I said, I do enjoy the character too. I think the character once again had a lot of personality for a character that didn't talk. But yeah, BB-8's one of my favorite characters from the sequel trilogy.
Yeah, I
sure.
won't disagree with that. And like you said, just Star Wars has always done a great job of being able to show personality from like inanimate objects, whether it's a Mandalorian like through like their helmet, or like through a droid that like doesn't have the ability to emote. Like they still show like there's different ways to emote. Like his flame thumbs up.
Yeah, I always think of the scene where like with the tools.
Yeah.
And I think that's in Force Awakens. And he's he's like, dude, it's like right here. Like, what are you doing? Like,
So this is a funny little side story about BB-8. So last night was my first night back at work, and I work 2 jobs, so this is a part-time job. And someone was really kind enough to, like, they know I'm a big Star Wars fan, so they gave me this like little BB-8 figure, and they're like, hey, my son used to have this. He's grown up. Apparently I haven't. And so they put it on my desk at work, and I didn't realize it until last night. It was like 11:30 at night. I'm getting ready to go, and I go to pick it up. It's a Bop It toy of BB-8. Don't tell me I didn't stand there going, Bop It.
Twist it.
So what it is? So it's only 3 things. There's a Bop It on his core stomach.
Okay.
And then his head is a twist it and
Yeah.
a pull it, and that's all it was. and when you do it, it's like.
Well, knowing you, Angel, if there was a high score, you were determined to beat it.
The high score was 107. I only got to 89. I was like, I'm going home.
You'd have been there all night.
Well, that was the thing. I was like, I'm supposed to be going home. I can't sit here and play with this Papa toy. But so it's still on my desk at work, and I will try again.
We will be expecting Angel to let us know next episode that he has defeated the high score on BB-8 Bop It.
BB-8 Bop It. So I was so happy when I figured that out. That's what it was.
Yeah,
that's actually really funny. Fun fact: Angel will not play Dungeons and Dragons with us because there's no way to win it.
So it's a true fact. I've told Paul this. So that is the main drawback because I'm highly competitive. I like to be super competitive, and it's because you can't win Dungeons and Dragons. I don't want to play.
I don't know, man. You can win. You don't beat the other players, but you can.
You can't win Dungeons and Dragons, but Greg seems to lose every week.
I know.
Yeah, with BB-8, one thing I would say that upset me with BB-8 is like I thought the stuff with him and Poe was awesome, like their relationship, but there wasn't enough of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like they separated them two characters like all the time. And I just didn't feel like that was necessary.
Well, yeah, I think with the sequel trilogy, there was a lot of time wasted on side plots that we could have had more, buddy cop, Finn and Poe, and more BB-8 time and stuff like that. That I think they kind of dropped the BB-8 on
for sure. All right, Angel, or to your number 4.
All right, so this kind of goes sort of back more towards Greg's number 5. Not a specific character, but more or less a specific type of droid. Ever since seeing them, I think they are absolutely badass. The IG-100 Magna Guard droid. Talk about a droid that just makes a presence on scene. Like a droid that's able to, even though they constantly lose, a droid that's able to fight Jedi and kind of serve as like a they're kind of like the Praetorian Guard of the Separatists.
Yeah,
is how I would like they always lose at the end of the day, but they are there to protect like the head people, specifically in the Separatist army at the time. So like whether they're there to protect Grievous or they're there to protect Dooku, or I don't know if they ever make a scene with Asajj Ventress or something, but like they're just like a super unique droid. Like they're able to kind of bout at the Jedi a little bit.
It's just funny they always get punked so easily though.
Always.
Whether it's Obi-Wan dropping a container on them or Anakin and Obi-Wan just walking through them like they're nothing on the bridge of Grievous' ship. But
100%. So, and that's why I approached them as a like character or droid that I would have loved to have. Just give me more of them. Yeah. I think they're such a cool character.
We know what the IG stands for in the IG units, whether it's the 88 units or the Magna Guards.
I don't.
Intergalactic Banking Clan.
Oh, so they're Banking Clan droids.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, like even IG-88 back in the day, that's what he's from, the Intergalactic Banking Clans where they were created.
Which, I mean, would make sense. Like, the Banking Clan wants, like, more like a security protection
things.
Which would make sense that you have your IG assassin droids and you have your IG Magna Guard droids. Like, they're there to protect and provide security. But I love them. I think they look super cool. They, like, when they have their cape on or, like, even, like, there's, like, different times.
They kind of remind me a lot of, like, a mummy. Because they have, like, the wrap, like, around their head and stuff. So it's almost like a mummy.
I love when they have that head wrap thing going on. But like you see them with the electro whip, you see them with like rockets. I think it's a early Clone Wars episode where you see them. It's at General Grievous's lair, and there's a scene where they're like out in the fog on like the edge of his like lair, and there's 2 clones that are walking back into their ship to fire up their communications, so that way they can call for assistance. And you just see the Magna Guard, like they're in the shadow, and the guy has the rocket. He just fires the rocket, blows up the whole ship. Like. They just look cool.
That's another example, though, of like Clone Wars making things better.
100%.
You know what I mean? Like like we said, the characters get beat up so easily in Revenge of the Sith, and then like the Clone Wars made them better. Mm-hmm. You know, but that's once again, I would have never thought that would be on someone's list. That's why this is fun because we've all had some pretty extremes on our list. So
no, that's definitely one I wouldn't have actually thought of. But they are super cool.
they were on the list when I pulled up a list to try to make my list, and they were on it, but they were like, way down.
So moving forward, there are no more generic droids on my list, but there were so many generic droids that were competing for that 4 or 5 spot. Like I could have.
It was tough. It was.
I
So
would
bad.
have gladly just put B1s there, even though you.
Or destroyer droids for me.
Put droidicas there. I like that. I could have made an argument for that.
Also, kind of interesting that I went a little generic, but not.
Yeah.
Like I had a very specific,
Specific B1.
Yeah,
I really like your reasoning for it though.
Well, thank you.
I almost put destroyer droids on my list just because I just can always get match for a droidic, huh? Like I just couldn't I almost put him on because I wanted to say that in the episode.
Well, you said it anyway.
Yeah. So all right, cool. So
you mind if I snake it back down your way? If I can go from here.
Yeah.
All right. So going on to number 3.
Yeah, let's go.
All right. So number 3, this is where it got really tough for me. Like putting these
top, 3 order, yeah.
These top 3 in order for me. Obviously, you know what one of them potentially is. So sneak peek, spoiler, whatever you want to call it. Number 3 for me though is going to be Hu Yang.
Okay.
So his importance for the Jedi Order throughout their entirety, because he's been with the Jedi Order from when they started, 25,000 BBY, right?
Yeah.
And that's when he was built, and he has been there.
He's an antique of a droid.
If you realistically think about it, he has seen and categorized all the Jedi.
Yeah.
So in terms of his history, what he actually knows about the Jedi, you would almost say that he knows he's more of a Jedi in some ways than most current Jedi. Obviously, he doesn't have the ability to wield the Force, but in terms of their knowledge and what they mean, is there anybody that knows more?
I mean, he knows every lightsaber design.
For 25,000 years.
Yeah.
That's how, and obviously, he's kind of like C-3PO knows 6 million different languages, so droids are just amazing. But, Hu Yang was around since the beginning. He's still here to, he still provides history lessons. He still helps Jedis construct their, lightsabers. He goes on that trip with them, the Gathering, where they go to Ilum and they get their lightsaber crystals. He's the first one to teach them.
Well, and he also he probably gave one of my most emotional moments in Star Wars in a long time. That scene in Ahsoka where he was wants to tell her a story, and she's like, "Oh no," and then they talk a little bit. She's like, "All right, go ahead, tell me that story." And he's like, "A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away." That was one of the most emotional moments for me in Star Wars in a long time.
Because that's calling back to the very beginning.
Yeah.
And it's called The History of the Galaxy, I think, is those lessons. And it's the History of the Galaxies, Volume 1, 2, and 3. And she's like, okay, well, yeah, tell me one of those. Yeah. And exactly, that's what it comes out with, and it's oh.
Yeah, no, that was... His character, and honestly, to be honest with you, this wasn't even a character I thought of on my list, and it honestly was something that was overlooked for me, and I'm glad you have him on your list because he is such an awesome character. So.
And his live action roles in Ahsoka and his Clone Wars, I love his Clone Wars roles just as much as I like him. Because he ends up fighting. I think it's Hondo Inaka tries to take over the ship, is I think called the Crucible, where the Jedi younglings are with Ahsoka. Because then they come back from that mission, the Gathering on Ilum, and he's helping fight the pirates. He's helping the younglings. He's so cool, and he's voiced by the same guy the entire time. It's David Tennant, the guy who plays Doctor Who primarily. So I just think he's a super cool droid. I mean, I could even argue him to jump up my list, but it's hard.
I would say after
top 3 or so.
After Ahsoka season 2, he might. We'll see what happens. He might jump up your list.
Yeah, and like I said, and part of the way I built this list, these people I just want to see more of, and I think he's. Yeah. Man, even just talking about him, I could easily.
Well, I actually, thinking about it now, once again, you think of things when other people are talking about it. I unfortunately think we're going to see his demise in Ahsoka season 2 because, I feel like he would have been the only way you're ending the Jedi in a sequel series is the knowledge is no longer there. Luke thinks he destroyed the secret text, and if we don't have Yang anymore, that means there's no knowledge of the Force at all without the books and him. So, and we don't know anything about him, so I'm thinking that maybe he might meet his demise in Ahsoka.
Well, it's either that or he's just kind of off somewhere.
I mean, possibly.
You know,
I'm not saying I want to see him die. I'm just saying
he could get shut down.
Like, look, Star Wars has to kill someone eventually. Like, they don't kill anybody in anything anymore. So everyone gets stabbed by lightsabers and they come back to life. And that 2 episodes later. So someone has to die. You know. But, yeah, that's a good
All
one.
right, Paul.
R.I.P. Kanan Jarrus.
Yeah, really. That's not that modern, though. You know what I mean?
I know.
It's been a while.
Just like when you were, it's the first character that came to mind when you said Star Wars deaths.
What was that? I thought the microphone shit out again, but
Nope.
yeah. So my number 3 is K2SO. And I would bet good money that he's probably on everyone's list.
I think you're probably right.
Correct.
Yeah.
So obviously you know the last 2 on my list.
Yeah, so K2, like, the voice of him, everything's fun about him.
You can't not love Alan Tudyk.
And
come on.
And he 100% argues everything with Cassian. Even with Jyn Erso, but he argues everything. So I
My
watched.
favorite line, though, I find that answer vague and unconvincing.
But so I was watching the last 2 episodes of Andor season 2 yesterday. I had a little bit of time while I was working on the Han and Carbonite, and even his character, the little bit he gets to be in Andor, is so much fun. He's just such a fun character. And one thing I never really put much thought into. K2 is the actual pilot, always.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's, like, Cassian is the co-pilot. Like, and, like, you just never really put, like, I'm sitting there and I'm watching and I'm like, you know, they always put this driver's seat on the left side. Maybe it's, and I'm like, no, he's not the driver. K2 is always the driver.
Mm-hmm. Well, if you actually remember back to whenever, was that season 2 first episode or whatever, when Cassian had to go steal that, was it a TIE interceptor or something?
Yeah.
Like, he didn't feel comfortable, like, piloting.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't
He
something
messed up a lot.
Yeah, it's not something that was natural to him.
Yeah,
So of course he'd be like, K2, take over. I don't feel comfortable with that.
If I remember right, Cassian's a pretty shitty pilot.
He, like, smashes it. Well, like, all the controls are, like, upside down for him, so he's, like, backing into shit. And yeah.
He's not good at this.
But, yeah, but K2, you know, I like the whole fact of, like, these, like, the Imperials still had some kind of, like, battling droid on their team, right? Like, they were only introduced in Andor, or in Rogue One. And, like, it's like, okay, and you see them quite often, but they're more so, like, I think we're used more of, like, a security thing.
Yeah, are they KEX security droids?
Something like that, yeah.
I think they're KX security droids. So their purpose is security.
But then you do see them, that they ended up using them later, you see in The Mandalorian.
Oh, yeah.
Where they use them for, like, the Purge of Mandalore and stuff like that. Like,
Get down there and finish them off.
You know, but yeah, it's the character, like, the whole reprogramming, I'm so glad that we got to see that in Andor. Because I remember, like, we knew he was in Andor season 2, and I'm like, what's going on? It's almost over, and this character's still not here yet. And, you know, yeah. I think that, like, when they first wake him up, he's like, says something like along the lines like, "Why are you staring at me?" Or
like if I've done something to offend you.
Yeah, it's like, but yeah, I just
Okay.
And I super enjoyed K2. I do.
If you don't like K2, then you're watching the wrong channel. I don't know.
If you don't like K2, you're just one of them Star Wars fans that you will never be satisfied with anything that they make. So
yeah,
you might as well just stop watching.
The great thing about K2 is look how much of an impression he made. I think he was only really alive and like reprogrammed for like a year, maybe 2.
Yeah.
Because it was like 1 BBY to 2 BBY to 1 BBY. I think it was like when he was around.
Yeah, I think they said that when Cassian gets the information about Galen Erso and stuff, and that how Andor ends, it's like a 1-year period before he meets Jyn Erso. So
yeah, so it's literally like K2 is literally only around for a year or 2, and he is just amazing in that like 1 to 2 years. So it's sadly one of those characters like you're never going to get more of.
But why does she get a gun? Why don't I get a gun?
That's not fair.
Yeah, no. All right, well, that was my
3.
3. So, Greg?
Okay, so as you all are aware, Spybot is on my list. This is where Spybot enters the chat.
Yeah.
I had to.
I'm actually kind of disappointed. I thought you would have had him higher on your list, honestly.
Well, all right. So I
Master.
I wanted that's part of it. I wanted Spybot higher on the list. I feel like Spybot had, obviously I enjoyed his role in Maul. I enjoyed the dynamic he brought to the crew. And I think that he also, you know how every series has that one character that's kind of the narrator. The things that the audience needs to know that maybe the other characters don't necessarily know.
Mm-hmm.
Spybot was the fly on the wall, right? And, he obviously played his devious role in helping everybody out with all that stuff. But I would have put him higher, but honestly...
But it's hard. The list was harder than you thought.
The list was, but, I can't honestly put him above K2.
He was literally cut short.
Yeah.
His life was literally cut short.
We need a
prequel to Maul Shadow Lord.
we need a Spybot spinoff.
Oh my god.
Well, hey, look, they constantly... my list earlier, Toto 360, he got blown up in the Jedi Temple. Cad Bane wasn't even near him. Somehow he got rebuilt. Maybe Spybot.
Yeah, maybe someone dives. Someone goes through the acid and finds like his brain chip was survived for like it got like a banana peel around it and
a banana peel.
The banana peel saved it from the acid.
You heard it, Filoni. You better save him with a banana peel.
I don't know. I think now that Filoni's more involved, I think a lot more characters are going to die.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
He had no problem in Clone Wars and Rebels killing off people's favorite characters. So
it happens, But he was. I really you guys know Spybot. But he had such a brief splash in the bucket that it's hard to put him up against characters like K2.
But the fact that he made your list just kind of goes to what I was saying. Like, these are characters that, like, if they would have had more screen time, like, could have been. And like I said, I'm not going to say that he won't have screen time. Like I said, there's always the chance, like, they preserved his memory core, like, they cloned it, and now they can put it into a new Spybot or something. Who knows?
His brain had Wi-Fi.
There you go. He Bluetooth.
Yes.
He's Bluetooth in the Maul's legs.
I mean, we had R2 had all of 3PO's memories and stuff saved. So I mean, maybe Maul has all of Spybot's memories saved, and he'll make a new Spybot.
I would enjoy Spybot 2.0.
Puppy Spybot. That's what he is.
Spybot,
He's Darth Maul's dog.
First of all, you're talking about a toy that would sell. Make Greg a puppy Spybot, a smaller version with a slightly shriekier voice, like that's baby Spybot.
Oh my god!
I would buy it. Yeah. I would buy it. 100%. I would buy it.
You want to snake it back down this way with?
All right. Well, obviously, I've let the cat out of the bag that K2 is next on my list. Yeah. So we don't need to rehash K2. We all love K2.
K2 is number 2 on my list as well.
So.
And you said that was number 3 on yours, right?
K2 was number 3 on mine.
Okay. So yeah, but yeah, like
and it was originally he was flipped, so I changed it recently.
Okay.
I moved and I don't know. It's hard.
All right.
It's hard.
Well, on that note,
Paul, who's your number 2?
Yeah.
Someone we also talked about, Chopper, is my number 2.
Okay.
Well, cruise right along. I'm going to start in the middle here for number 1.
Wait, you guys number 2?
No, I said my number 2 was K2.
Oh, that's right.
K2 too.
K2 is 2.
Do you guys want to go 1, 2, 3 and say your number 1?
So everybody already knows. By process of elimination, you know mine.
Chopper.
It's Chopper. Oh. By process of elimination.
1, 2, 3. R2D2.
Yeah, and you can't argue with that. Like that was on my way here. I'm like, how am I? Like, I was thinking about this all day actually.
And just for the record, everybody, Paul and I did not compare lists until right now, as you're seeing it.
Yeah. One thing I'm going to say about R2, and I think we probably have to all agree to this. I don't know if anyone has saved more people in Star Wars than R2D2 has saved. Like, Luke and Leia would not exist if it wasn't for R2D2. He saved Padme in the droid factory. Like,
it's hands down the greatest droid of all time.
He just... And once again, we say to, like, personality. Like, his love, the way that R2 loved Anakin and stuff like that was like awesome.
Well, and it showed Anakin's additional attachment. He had more than just attachment to Padme and to Obi-Wan. He had attachment to a droid. He had attachment to R2.
Yeah,
and it was
he would defend him.
Yeah, and it's something that they constantly like showed in the Clone Wars, like whether it was like Obi-Wan, like what are you doing for that droid, or Mace Windu, like you put too much like trust.
You're gonna go save this. It's just a droid. You're gonna go save it.
Yeah.
And he does it anyway. He doesn't care what the council says or what Mace Windu says.
Yep, doesn't matter.
And Obi-Wan talking shit on R2. Sorry, I keep swearing. I'm trying to swear. Obi-Wan talking crap on R2. With like they're in the elevator, saving Palpatine.
He's trying. He's trying.
Hey, no loose wire jokes.
Yeah.
Like
I said,
even though R2 saved the day again, he killed the buzz droids. I mean, like, come on now.
Meanwhile, Obi-Wan's poor
it gets his head ripped off.
Like I said, I feel. I was thinking about it all day, and I was like, how am I not putting R2 in a top 5 list? Because obviously he's not in my top 5.
What the heck?
I was actually surprised. I would have thought we all would have had Chopper, K2, and R2 for sure.
So I think the main reason I didn't is because you've seen so much of R2, and like I said, I was more or less thinking of it from like I want to see more of these other characters, but everything that R2's in, I love. Like the Clone Wars episode that I was just watching with Alicia before I came here was an R2D2
I couldn't.
episode.
We were all younger then when Star Wars is 50th anniversary next year. None of us are 50. Greg's closest, but none of us are 50. But like I couldn't imagine
for that.
I couldn't imagine though being a kid and like you're seeing this for the first moment, like R2's arm come out and like to the control panel and either open a door or get information or whatever. Like that had to have been like some of the coolest moments for a kid to like see that with these characters.
Paul, it was. I didn't see it in the theater the first go round, but
95.
I saw it then.
Yeah.
But I mean, I was a little guy sitting there with my uncle and my brother and watching that. It was just mind-boggling space magic at the time.
Yeah, it is. It's like I said, the character. I believe he probably saved more heroes of Star Wars than anyone has.
100%.
And the one of the things I like about R2 is that he witnessed everything.
Yeah.
I also very much enjoy how when he meets Ben Kenobi, he doesn't give it up, and neither does Obi-Wan. And they're just like, yeah, okay, we don't know you.
Well, I think that because that wasn't planned, but...
Well,
yeah.
no, but in retrospect, that's how it plays.
Like you talked about, the Ahsoka, the droid with Ahsoka, I forget his name already. Hu Yang. You talked about him. I mean, R2 is the knowledge of the Skywalker lineage. Mm-hmm. Like, has...
the entire thing.
He has every single thing. He meets Anakin when he is the young child chosen one, all the way to Luke Skywalker's death. He is, always there. And, I love in Star Wars when R2 gets damaged and Luke's all worried about R2 in A New Hope, and then you see him all shiny and stuff at the end, like he's all happy jumping around. Like, yeah, they did a good job of selling toys.
Yeah, they did.
They definitely did. So, like, who would have thought you're buying this like garbage can as a toy? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a little garbage can with a round dome on it.
If we painted the garbage can I had in the closet, we could probably just put it on set.
Yeah. So,
it's just a droid, everybody. I swear.
So yeah, I love all the droids we talked about.
I'm sorry. Do we have any honorable mentions?
For me, I really wanted to put IG-88 on my list. That was tough for me to not put IG-88 on my list. Also, I really wanted to put Destroyer Droids on my list, just because I always just that were the speaking of them and like how they were actually a challenge for the Jedi and stuff like that with their shields, and it always made me think, why didn't they put shields on every droid? Like, what the hell's going on here? But
because they were expensive.
And then Forlam also was tough. I just those original trilogy bounty hunters.
Yeah.
Well, look how much they started. That's the crazy thing about like those, like they were on screen for like a brief moment.
Yeah,
and
one time.
Look what they started.
Yeah.
Like because IG-88 was so popular, that's why you had Assassin
They had
droids in the Clone Wars, and that's why he had eventually got IG-11.
Yeah.
Like that's why IG-11 was as popular as he
Well,
was.
it was funny. Like we and I think we talked about this on the episode me and you did. The like in the original cantina scene in Star Wars, the like things at the bar that were hanging up ended up becoming IG-88's head. Like it wasn't planned to be IG-88's head, but then they're like, oh, we're gonna repurpose this. You know, we're on a budget here. You know, we're gonna repurpose this, and this is the head of IG-88. You know, so
Here's a good question for you: how close did C-3PO get to sniffing your top 5 list?
top 10. He would have been on my top 10.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I know he's really polarizing, and obviously, like your reaction shows that he's polarizing.
I see C-3PO as
Human cyborg relations.
a necessary component to Star Wars, and you can't have
He's the original comical character.
Star Wars without that in any way, shape, or form. So I don't.
You need the one to always say everything's a bad idea.
Yeah, but it's like C-3PO was the one that I loved to hate.
Yeah.
You know, when
A lot of people did
when
originally.
he's giving Han Solo crap about the odds of flying through an asteroid field. I'm like, when Han Solo's somebody shut him off. Never tell me the odds. Like I'm like, yeah, Han, exactly. Shut up,
Or when he
C-3PO.
interrupts him and Leia kissing on Hall.
It makes the room cold.
Yeah. Why do they call it cold?
Obviously, my biggest honorable mention for my list is R2D2.
Yeah.
It's without question. So, but other things like, and we talked. I don't know if we talked about it off camera, but the BX Commando droids,
Yeah.
like super cool. Like I mean, they play like an integral part as like the droid special forces. They're really cool, and obviously you threw a B1 in there, which a unique B1. But the B1 droid, I like. They're great comical relief. They're just a cool like character that showed. They can show not only like some warmth in their personality, but there's just some coldness there that you also just can't replicate. Like just like that droid coldness.
You know, and then when C-3PO gets his head swapped with one. And
Die, Republic dogs!
That's actually my least favorite scene in Star Wars ever. Is that droid factory stuff with 3PO is like my least favorite stuff in Star Wars ever.
Like in the actual like Geonosian like factory.
Yeah, the 3PO. Like I just think it's just over the top, like craziness. I'm like, there's no way 3PO's hands are holding onto that platform moving and. You know,
Yeah,
something like that.
This is a nightmare.
That's almost as bad as Ash's belt wrapping around a chain and pulling him up in Army of Darkness. But it's
fun, so we deal with it.
yeah. I mean, it is what it is. But I
You know what I hate about that scene? I hate how many times they cut to Padme just stuck.
in that container, yeah.
It's like, okay,
We get it.
We get it. The lava thing's coming.
It's and then it shows the lava thing open. You're like, oh, but it wasn't her. It was the one in front of her. You know? The anticipation of are they really going to mount the main character?
It's always just like it's like a weird camera angle. She's like,
Yeah.
There's no children yet. We can't kill her.
Well, that's why I guess that's one of the things about the watching the prequels is like you knew who everyone lived because they don't die.
Obi-Wan's gonna kill me.
Yeah. But no, yeah, this is fun because it was really hard to make this list. Honestly, there's even Hu Yang, like I wouldn't even have thought of that character, but it's like I do
I
really
actually
love that
completely forgot about him until you brought him up, and I was like, oh.
It's funny, like I said, just talking about him, I think I easily could have put him in front of K2. Just like the more I thought about it.
Yeah.
Because like I said, it's just like he carries the Jedi Order with him. Like you said, they destroyed all the text, allegedly. Like he still is the Jedi Order. Like in terms of like the protocols, the knowledge, he's everything.
Do you know what? When I was gonna put a droid on my list that wasn't a named character, and what I was actually thinking was for me it was either between the destroyer droids or the vulture droids, just because I just always loved the fact of the vulture droids walking around on their like wings and then jumping up and flying out. I just thought that was always so awesome when that was a thing in episode 1, and it almost were like I was like, man, I'm either gonna put a destroyer droid or these vulture droids on my list. I knew no one else would probably have the vulture droid, and
if you had to go through a list, and this will be the last thing I say before, so we can sign off. But if you had to go through and like do the droid list, I feel like you could easily go like, I'll make a top 50 list.
yeah, I'd definitely say a 25. I could have easily. I probably want because I wrote them. I hand wrote them down first, like droids. Like I didn't put them in an order. I just wrote down ones that I really really like, and I probably had 22 on the list before I had to come up with 5.
See, and quite conversely, for me, I was able to fill the first 4 slots
Snap my finger.
like that.
But the order stayed the same the entire time?
No, but I knew they were my top 4.
Yeah.
And then once it was down to the wire rearranging them. I mean, you guys saw me over offset scribbling, but that 5th one, it was like, oh, I could do this one, I could do that one. Like that 5th spot was where things got really tough for me.
When we go into our next episode, that's how it was for me. Like the first couple came to mind like that, and we'll obviously talk about that in the next episode.
So,
all right. Well,
a couple brief announcements before we sign off. Make sure that you check us out, our YouTube channel, our Facebook page, and our Spotify channel. So we're going to be simulcasting everything on all of those. There'll be links on the Facebook channel. Make sure you give us all a bunch of comments. Tell us how you disagree with our lists. Tell us who would make your list.
Yeah, tell us one that we missed that you think is like epic that should have definitely been on the list.
Roast me in the comments for not putting R2 in the top 5.
I'm gonna roast you when we're done with this and put R2 in the top 5. But yeah, and always subscribe if you're not a big Star Wars fan. Show it to someone who is. Like we're trying to get this thing rolling. We want to see a lot of people watching. We plan to do giveaways. We plan on going to Star Wars events and showing some cool things and stuff too. Celebration next year, and
that's going to be so much fun.
Just subscribe, like, comment, and we'll have eventually all the social medias covered as well. It's just taking us some time.
I definitely need to have an RIP by Bot shirt for Celebration next year.
That'd be cool. Cool. That's actually a good idea.
Yeah, it would be cool.
If anything, I'll just have to have someone make one for me.
I don't know what you mean. It's easy these days. Just tell AI to make you the image, and we'll just print it on something.
Yeah, perfect. Okay, so.
I think it's funny. Real quick before we end, I think I want to make a something along the lines of Mrs. Lawson because she gets brought. This is the first episode she wasn't brought up, so we gotta have
I was watching, so I'm sick at home, and I finally have a chance to watch their episode where they're where Greg tries video call me, and Mrs. Lawson gets brought up 3 times. Yeah. I was like, what are they doing?
That's why I said they're never gonna bring her up again in Star Wars ever. That's all we're ever gonna get of Mrs. Lawson. So
I make it a point to bring her up as much as I can just because of that.
That's just funny because I was the biggest rabbit hole we ever went down for that character. It was so weird.
Nothing.
It was so weird, but yeah. So thanks for watching. We are the One Way Out Star Wars podcast.
He's got the crawl.
You got the shirt. Got the gear.
I did the crawl without showing my hairy belly.
And as always, may the Force be with you.
I gotta pee.